guys.
Hello. Hi, UNC Chapel Hill. My name is Corinne Fisher.
My name is Krystyna Hutchinson.
We are stand-up comics from New York City, and for the past 6 years, we have been working together as the comedy duo Sorry About Last Night. Now, over those years, we've worked on a number of different projects, but the one that brought us to this stage today is something, as you heard, called Guys We Fucked, the Anti-Slut Shaming Podcast. Now, this idea came about after I was dumped by the love of my life in a Panera Bread.
Wait for it.
After I paid for his You Pick Two combo.
Ooh, burn. But you didn't add on the 99-cent dessert, though, did you?
I did add it on, still got dumped.
So in the middle of this breakup, Corinne sends me a text, and she says, hey, do you want to do a podcast where we interview the guys we fucked, and we could just call it Guys We Fucked? And I said, yes, I do. So we proceeded to interview the men we've slept with and had relationships with. And then we started to branch off and talking to our friends, comedians, celebrities, and pretty much anyone with an interesting take on human sexuality. We have talked to a guy whose dad is a pedophile, a couple in an open relationship, and a very famous porn star who happened to date my boyfriend right before I started dating him, inspiring me to create the word femasculated.
Now, this level of honesty about sex struck a chord with people. We very quickly began to receive emails from all over the world from people asking our advice. Anything from, how do I tell my girlfriend she's bad in bed, to I was raped once and I've never told anybody about it. Now, today we chose to dive into why and how some people don't feel ownership over their bodies. So many people write us and describe a time when they thought they owed someone their body. A time when they had sex, when they didn't want to, pressured themselves into doing it, and then regretted it later. A time when they went on a manic diet to fit a partner's ideal image, or a time when a gal pal's comments about their nipples made them hate their nipples forever.
Yeah, and the list goes on. And the thing is, it's easy to relinquish ownership over something if you never really felt true ownership over it in the first place. This is an email that Corinne and I recently got last week from a listener, and while the situation being described is a little jarring, it is unfortunately not unique. Hi, Corinne and Krystyna. I am a 13-year-old girl, and I have like 5 boys around me of the ages from 18 to 21 sending me dick pics on Instagram. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but the real problem is they want pics of me, of my pussy, and videos of me fingering myself, and I don't really want to, but I feel bad about not giving pictures back.
Now, this is a very young girl getting explicit, unsolicited photos from much older strangers. And not only does she feel bad about not returning the favor, she feels the need to point out to us that she's not complaining about it. This is just one of literally hundreds of emails we receive from a woman who feels like she owes her body to a man.
I look back at my younger self, and there are definitely times where I thought, well, he paid for dinner and got me a flower, so I guess I'll blow him?
Now, how did we get here? And who are these mysterious puppeteers who have turned us into marionettes without us really even realizing it? Here are some common sources.
Our parents. Some of us in this room have amazing relationships with our parents. Some of us will never live up to our parents' expectations no matter how hard we try. And for some of us, our parents fucked us up real bad. Whatever the relationship is, it does directly affect how you think about yourself and your self-worth. And parents also set the precedent of what we feel comfortable talking about. For example, when I was 15, I lost my virginity to my then boyfriend the day I got my braces off. And wow. Thank you. So my parents were never comfortable talking to me about sex, so I was not comfortable talking to them about sex, right? A couple weeks after I lost my virginity, I'm at a restaurant with my parents, and my mom asked me if I've ever had sex yet. And I didn't want to lie, so I said, yes. She got up from the table and stormed out of the restaurant. Okay, I felt so horrible for disappointing her that I began to view sex as something that you had to hide from everybody. And actually, we've been doing this podcast for 2 years now, and I still have not told her the title of it, so that'll be fun one day. Some fathers give their daughters purity rings and make them promise to wait until marriage to have sex. Some parents sneak a sex book in their kid's backpack and just kind of hope they read it. Some parents teach their kids the correct names of sex organs from the time they're a toddler, and then some parents make girls call their vaginas butterflies and boys call their penises a thingy.
The next group is your friends, right? The fat friend, the slutty friend, the busted friend, the hot friend. We all have one or have been one. Sometimes your complete identity can revolve around how many pork chops you can take down in one sitting. I went to school with a couple of sets of identical twins, but everybody knew who the hotter one was and felt pretty open to talk about it in public. Why? How can how much someone weighs or how big their nose is be so deplorable to us? Why are we basing a relationship that has everything to do with the inside and nothing to do with the outside on the outside? We care so deeply about what other people think and the value they have put on aesthetics.
Our peers play a really big influence on how we feel about ourselves, especially when we're young, and we don't realize that whole, oh, you're just projecting your insecurities onto me move that a lot of kids carry well into adulthood. But at the time, you just take what they project on you as the truth, and you feel bad about yourself. I will never forget my 8th grade field trip with my French class to Canada. This girl, Tori Harris, I just said her last name, really taking me back. I spent every night of that field trip crying to my mom on the phone because Tori came up to me almost every day and told me I was a, quote, gay-ass bitch who only got guys because of her boobs. It's hilarious now, but at the time, I felt so depressed and insecure about it.
The next group is sexual partners. Now, this one is hard to admit because who wants to reveal that the one person we feel we can be our true selves around is also the person who is unconsciously making us feel like our true self isn't good enough or didn't really belong to us in the first place. While I have no problem with a partner who subtly nudges me to be the best version of myself, I have a big problem with someone who slowly coaxes me to morph into someone that I am not and never planned to be. It's so easy to lose ourselves in relationships. Self-change due to a relationship is kind of like a night out at the bar, right? You go and you promise yourself you're just gonna have one. You have one and you feel good, and then your buddies start pressuring you into another one, and pretty soon you've lost complete control of yourself. Never be with someone who makes you feel like you've blacked out and forgotten all memories of the person you used to be.
Ah, the media and the beauty industry. What a tag team. Shoving photoshopped examples of unattainable beauty into our faces and then selling us products to fix every inch of our repulsive bodies in hopes of obtaining aforementioned levels of perfection. Isn't that fun? That's fun, guys, right? It's nice.
Super fun. Perhaps the most blamed reason for the body images that exist in society, the media is to body issues what Marilyn Manson was to the Columbine school shootings. Sure, maybe the killers listened to Manson before they committed their heinous crimes, but just as Marilyn Manson has every right to express whatever he wants in his music, Kate Moss has every right to be just as thin as she damn well pleases without being blamed for giving us all an eating disorder. We get it. It's tough. It's hard. We want to buy waist trainers, which is just us bringing back the medieval corset, if nobody realized that, or go on a detox tea cleanse. But what we are surrounded by is images telling us that the person the consumers want to see, enjoying a McDonald's Big Mac on a commercial, or selling us glasses, or getting the guy in our favorite TV show, is someone who is always skinny, most times white, and probably has really big boobs. The more we are fed someone else's version of perfection, the cloudier our own preferences become.
There's a lot of products out there to make men feel like they're not good enough. You gotta work out, you gotta have good clothes, you gotta have a dope haircut. In order to do that, you gotta have hair. Sometimes you gotta pump your penis, I don't know, whatever you wanna do. For women, there is a black hole of bullshit that we can buy to fix ourselves. These are products just for your vagina. These are products just for your face. These are products just for your hair. These are products just for your legs. And if you didn't know that they made makeup for your legs, they make makeup for your legs. Okay? And these are just some of the colors you choose from when you want to pay a lady to paint your thin, crusted, jaggedy ass nails.
I feel like at least once a week I find something new about my body that apparently I should have already felt very self-conscious about. I have a meaty vagina.
Ew, gross!
Now, for the past 29 years, I actually thought it was just a regular vagina, like one for peeing and sex and maybe one day a baby. But then I learned about vaginoplasty, okay? The fact that a surgery exists for the vagina that is purely cosmetic and can actually be physically harmful and desensitize the vagina creates the idea that if your vagina doesn't look a specific way, there is actually something wrong with it. And come on, no one wants to feel like there's something wrong, even cosmetically, with the thing they use to have sex. So very simply, insecurity equals money. And for a very long time, we have let big business profit off of our self-worth. People are putting dinner on the table for their families by promising to fix things on our bodies that weren't broken to begin with. These products put the same doubt into our minds that Regis Philbin put into the minds of Americans every time he asked someone on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, "Is that your final answer?"
I don't know if you know this, but your vagina smells gross.
And it's pretty loose.
And your face, woof.
Yeah, you look tired.
And pale.
And old.
Paint over your lips.
And your eyes.
And your cheeks.
While you're at it, can you just put like an entire coat of paint over your whole fucking face?
Yeah, but don't cake it on, because then it looks like you're trying too hard and no one's ever gonna love you. So.
And let's not even talk about your hair. Please buy a straightener, you're a monster.
But also you have to maintain some volume.
Yeah, so wait, are you trying to leave the house without your leg makeup on?
Oh, you're a gross ass bitch!
Also, you look fat. Have you eaten today? How dare you?
By the time we get to high school, we have spent so much money and time on our bodies that sometimes it feels like we want to get a return on that investment. If I'm spending 2 hours to get ready for a date, is that date a waste if by the end I don't at least get some over-the-clothes groping action? I don't know, I put leg makeup on.
Very quickly as young women, we learn that our bodies can get us things, like actual goods and money.
When I was in college, I was really broke, and I would peruse Craigslist for odd jobs, and I stumbled across an ad that said, if I just let a guy massage my foot for 20 minutes, I could get paid $300. I didn't do it because I was horrified, but I did not look at my feet the same after that. I was like, this is a $300 foot, at least.
So the media creates these insecurities, and then the beauty industry creates products to help us deal with those insecurities. And potential partners judge us off of those things because, hey, that's what they've been taught.
How did we even learn what cankles are? And when did having a muffin top become unacceptable? And when did we start comparing our body to baked goods?
I've already had 2 jobs where I was asked to wear makeup, like formally asked, okay? Had I not found it so comical, I probably would have been scarred a bit. Is the face I was born with bad for business? I can't help it. I literally woke up like this. And since our recent introduction into internet popularity, I've even had a clip of my arm fat dangling as I gestured during an interview, put on repeat in a YouTube video, and then placed online for all the trolls to comment and enjoy. Now, thank God I had already analyzed the arms of every woman in my family and realized a long time ago that, hey, some things are just hereditary. But mark my words, anytime a wardrobe person comes up to me on set with a sleeveless option, I look them in the face and I go, fuck no.
By the time I was 13, I was a 32 double D. And let me tell you something, that shit sucked, okay? Grown men would look at me and sexualize me at a time when I was not comfortable or ready for that. All the girls in school accused me of sticking my chest out just to get guys. And my nickname in high school was Big D's McGee. It's cool. But all of this made me hate my boobs and want to hide them from the world because I hated the way it made me feel when people looked at me, to the point where to this day I still don't wear any low-cut clothing because it takes me back to being a little girl and getting whistled at by the mailman, feeling disgusting.
So how do we begin to fix this mess that we've created for ourselves and for future generations? Well, it starts right up here, in the mind that's in the body that everyone seems to be so damn concerned about, okay? Before you give your body to someone, either literally or figuratively, stop and ask yourself a couple of questions based off the things that you value. For example, is this something I want to do, or is this something I feel like I should do? Am I attracted to this person, or do I feel like I owe them something? Archive your regrets. A lot of people just sweep their regrets under the rug, but your regrets are there for a reason. They're there to help you learn and to grow as a person. Now, we're not saying to request a resume from every person you're potentially going to fuck. We're just saying be present with the body that you're in and the choices that you make for it.
It's funny, we invest all this time in our body and we don't value it. You wouldn't refurbish your home and then invite a fraternity over to hold a party in it, okay? No offense, guys, I'm sure you're great. But in the same way, why would you spend $70 on a Brazilian wax and let someone slide their way in who wouldn't even spend $10 on you?
Now, sometimes we get ourselves into a sexy situation with someone and we feel like we have to have sex with them just to not be considered a tease. But tease is just a word that men started using, well, some men, to guilt women into fucking them. It's my fault I said yes to going out. It's my fault that I wore this tight skirt. It's my fault that I smell so erotic, that my stare is so sensual, that my lips are so inviting.
And the thing with that is no, it's not your fault. Just as a company can call you in for an interview, show you your potential office, get you a cup of coffee and talk about your salary, and then give the job to another applicant, you too can interview for a potential sex partner and then decide that you no longer want to do it after dinner or after dessert or after your top is off without feeling guilty.
So why does what someone else thinks about our flesh affect us so much more than skin deep? When someone else has ownership over your body, they truly have ownership over your soul. After all, your body is the vessel carrying it.
Your body's not a stock. There's no multiple ownership. There is a sole proprietor, and that sole proprietor is you.
So you decide.
How much sex you want to have.
How much music you want to make with the producer who sexually assaulted you.
How much longer people without a uterus... Free pressure! How much longer people without a uterus will control your access to reproductive health care?
How much or how little you want to wear.
How much other people's words will affect how you view yourself.
So, how much are you worth? Thank you.